We often love ourselves more than others, so why do we care more about their opinions than our own? You need to trust your thoughts, your judgment, and most importantly, follow your own path. The key to achieving anything is learning to trust your inner voice. In everything we do, the first thought that crosses our minds is often how others will react. In fact, many of life's frustrations can be traced back to our anxiety about what others think. We perform actions seeking approval, but we should master the art of not needing it. In today's world, our quest for validation often comes through social media. What we need to understand is that this search for external approval only provides temporary pleasure. Long-term, it offers nothing of real value. Instead, it creates dependence, making us chase after approval more and more, fueling a vicious cycle. No one truly knows everything. It's easy to get weighed down by worries about what others think of us. So often, we're concerned with the opinions of people we don't even know. Our need for approval stems from a deeply ingrained fear of being abandoned. In ancient times, being cast out of the tribe meant death. Being accepted was the key to survival. This is the kind of behavior that can even be observed in animals, like dogs who often cry when their owners leave. They fear abandonment and loneliness. There are many invented rules and speculations about what works and what doesn't. But in the end, no one really knows anything. Only you know what you want to do with your time and energy. As an artist, an entrepreneur, or simply as a human being, you'll realize that if you let others' opinions dictate your actions, you'll never get far. And worse, you'll find that this approach is a losing one, because people's opinions change constantly. You might think you're following what they say, doing what they want, but in the end, they will change their minds, and you'll be left alone, carrying the weight. Trust yourself. Never try to please the crowd, for what they approve of is unknown to me, and what I approve of is unknown to them. Epicurus. You need to trust your own judgment. If you just follow the majority's opinions and desires, you will never create something interesting, new, or original. There's a reason the famous Cato the Younger walked the streets in chaos. There's a reason he slept on the ground with his people, despite being very wealthy. Cato always wore his worst clothes. He wanted to disconnect from the public's opinions, from what others thought. When Julius Caesar tried to overthrow the Roman Republic, nearly everyone agreed with him except Cato. He had a finely tuned sense of not just what was right or wrong, but a strong objective understanding of reality. He knew what mattered to him. He knew what he would not compromise on. This is what it means to not waste time worrying about what others are doing, unless it serves a meaningful purpose. Thinking about what someone else is doing, why they're doing it, and what they think, this only takes you away from the principles that guide your own life. Don't worry about what others say about you. They don't know if you're cowardly or cruel or loyal and devoted. They are just guessing, making assumptions. Don't cling to their judgment. Cling to your own. Be your own observer, seek your own applause. The ability to detach from what's happening around you and focus on what you know and believe is the most important thing, both from an ethical standpoint and in business. What is your work? What are your values? Justice, courage, wisdom, moderation in your actions. If you answer these questions and act with determination, following a virtuous path aligned with the greater good, there is no need for applause. Just keep doing your work. Focus on what you believe in. Peter Thiel talks about how to find the blue ocean of opportunities within your field. He says that you need to focus on what others aren't focusing on. What does it mean to be alone? To be different? It means committing to something even in the face of doubt and criticism. Cultivating the ability to truly know what you want to do, what's important to you, and what you feel you were put on this planet to do is a key skill. Most people don't do this because they don't feel secure. They're scared. But you can cultivate indifference to these things. One of the earliest Stoics said, "If I had followed the opinion of the masses, I wouldn't have become a philosopher." We want to develop this kind of original thinking, but it's not always easy. Sometimes it means you'll be wrong. Sometimes a project of yours may fail. That doesn't mean your idea was bad. Perhaps you just didn't do it right, or maybe it was too soon. Maybe something else happened. There were moments when the Stoics had to risk their lives for what they believed in, but they were able to do that because they cultivated, in big and small situations, the ability to follow their own path, make their own decisions, and tell public opinion to take a backseat, a leap into the unknown. The famous poet Henry Miller once said, "All growth is a leap in the dark, a spontaneous act that we take in the benefit of experience." You have to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to step into the unknown, have confidence in yourself, and connect with what matters to you. That's what puts you in a position to challenge conventional wisdom, to ignore the provocations and mockery of the crowd. Marcus Aurelius said, "What should be valued? A crowd clapping? No, no more than the clicking of their tongues. What is public praise worth? A click of the tongue." He wasn't afraid of the crowd when he needed to challenge it, when he needed to do what was right. It's a fact of life that others, even those who love you, don't necessarily agree with your ideas, nor will they understand or share your motives. So we cultivate this kind of indifference, a strong sense of who we are, what we're doing, and why we're doing it. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, a comedian, or just someone living in the world, remember what Marcus Aurelius said, "We love ourselves more than others, so why do we care more about their opinions than our own?" You need to trust what you think, believe in what you think, and move forward. That's how you get where you want to go. As Henry Ford once said, "If I had listened to my customers, I would have made a faster horse and not a car." You must be able to know what you want to do, trust your ability to make it happen. You won't always be right, and your plan won't always work. But it's not about the results. It's about listening to your inner voice and doing what you believe is important. How satisfying it is to reject and block any disturbing impressions and immediately find peace in all things. Don't forget to get your weekly dose of motivation and historical wisdom by joining our historical club. The link is in the description.